All right, so we have your carburetors here in a little dish with the wrong name because I need to steal the dish. So your name's not Mike's, but we're just going to continue on because we know these are your carburetors. Let's see now. I pulled the bowl off the carb that I noticed that was leaking the most of the two anyway. And the first thing I noticed when I'm taking this apart is I noticed this piece of fuel line, and it has no clamps on it, and it's also not stock because I know the piece of fuel line that goes in there, and that isn't the one that goes there. So that's something somebody's jammed in, and I would say it's developed a leak, or the carb fuel bowl is leaking a little bit. It's probably a little bit of both. Next thing, carburetor. I'm sure you can see down there in the bottom, it's full of mud. So, and if you look really close, see if I can get this to zoom in, you can see on that piece of brass corrosion, and you can see, let's see, you'll notice that, hopefully it'll show it in your picture when you're looking at it, but everything in here has this little slightly greenish haze to it. And that is another sign of water in your fuel system. So everything in here is starting to have some, so brass goes green when it corrodes. That's why I'm saying it's green. So it's like a greenish haze. It looks like algae. Anyway, carburetors have to be disassembled. I'm gonna 100%, especially finding all that mud and grit in there, knowing what's been coming in past that fuel needle. I'm going to recommend that we get a kit for it. It's going to need new O-rings. I'll have to source a kit that has the new sealing material for the bowls on both carbs. And we might just as well put a set of jets in it, because if you're running grit up through those carbs, that affects your jets and stuff as well. So I'll find a set of rebuild kits for you, and we'll get these back in shape. Anyway, I think that'll be the last of my posts. The only other thing that we need to go into are the valves. Hopefully there's no other big issues in there. Over on the bike, now that we know that there's water and stuff, I'm going to recommend removing that fuel tank and pulling that out, emptying it, cleaning it best we can, and putting it back together. Or I can just suck it out. It's completely up to you. It's not, but we're not going to be at the 6 to 8 hours, I guess is what I'm getting at. It's going to take more if you want to go into that tank, and it's going to take a little bit more because now we're not just cleaning the carbs. We're going to have to put a kit in them, and I'm going to have to set them up again and balance them and all that too. Anyway, just trying to keep you posted. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to do some pricing up for you for the parts that I need right now, and I'll send that along to you.